Hi there, welcome to our channel. I'm here at the Central Texas Treasure Club today. We're going on a hunt. We're going to be hunting this field out here. And if you want to see what we find, stay tuned.
The hunt area, I don't know if y'all can kind of see, there's some flags set up, lime green, red flags. Pretty well, once you get over there, you can kind of tell a little bit better, but just about the edge of the tennis court, goes all the way to that road over there, down the road, and then kind of at the back of the alley there, all the way across to the road over here, and then back in behind the tennis courts. So here in just a few minutes, when we get ready to go find you a spot on the outside of that perimeter, and then at 10 o'clock, I'll honk the horn, and then it's just get after it. And then I'll set a timer for 1 hour, and so it's basically 11 o'clock. I'll honk the horn again. We'll come back up here, and then you can redeem your tokens for the prizes. And so how that'll work, I'm going to try to go a little quicker this year, but basically I'll start at number 1 and go down the list and just hand it out. So I'll have your tokens ready, and we'll get it going. That usually takes about an hour, so hopefully by noon we'll be wrapping it up. As far as the rules, they're pretty basic. The silver was seeded by volunteers this morning. We got here about 6:37, started seeding. We split it up into 5 sections. The coins are split up into 5, so everything's pretty much evenly seeded. The people that seeded are hunting, but the rules on that is if they seeded a section, they cannot start in that section. They have to start somewhere else, and they can't go to that section for like 15, 20 minutes. So that way there's no confusion or where they're planting, where they can find it. As far as the prize tokens, I personally seeded them. I'm not hunting, so and it's kind of the same thing. I split the prizes up between 5 sections, so it's easily spread out across the whole field. We'll start at 10, stop at 11. Let's see here. No long-handled shovels. Those little hand diggers are fine. Yeah. Little rake. No, everything is probably just under the surface, an inch and a half, something like that. Depending on, there's some spots it's like concrete, the next spot you can, dig a little bit. So if your machine's throwing something that's 8 inches deep, you can dig it, but you're wasting a lot of time. Everything should be just under the surface, under rocks, under an ant pile, whatever was easiest. Cover all your holes, take any trash. If you walk by and you see, a hole, stick the dirt back in it. This is a city park. We rent it from the city. The city lets us use it, so we don't want to ruin that. So if you see any holes, fill them up. And with that being said, it's also kids play here. They got soccer games. They got all kinds of stuff. So you may find some natural finds, or there may be change thrown on the ground, stuff like that. It's a public area, so who knows? But let's see. And that's about it. Anybody got questions?
I'm using the XP Deus 2 with the WS6 Master this time in the hunt. And I'm also using mono at 8 kilohertz as my frequency, just basically because that's a frequency for coins, and we're primarily looking for coins. I set things like sensitivity down to 85 because I'm not looking for anything deep. I'm only looking for surface targets. I set my sweep speed or reactivity to 2.5, and basically I just kind of set everything up to find nickels and silver during this hunt. So basically you want to just set it up for the targets you're looking for, and in this hunt it was nickels and silver, so that's what I set it up for. When they started the hunt, there were a lot of people. This is a huge field that we were hunting in, and there were a lot of people there that were new to hunting. I saw anything from metal detectors all the way back to the early 1970s until today. When I hunt, basically you'll see that I don't look at my targets. I hunt as fast as possible. I leave my pinpointer on all the time, and I just grab a hand of dirt and throw it in the pocket once I know that the target's in there. I don't even look for what target I find. I'm just basically trying to be as fast as possible and recover as many coins as possible. And you'll see during this video that they buried the coins about 1 inch deep, and some of them were hard to recover because the ground is so tough. Even buried freshly, the coins were kind of hard to retrieve. And I use the lash tool a lot of times to recover the targets. But it was a lot of fun. There were quite a few targets out there in the field. I moved as quickly as possible, and you made sure that I covered up my holes very good. And you'll see I went from target to target to target during this hunt. A lot of people out there were just kind of doing 1 and 2 targets, and they'd stop and look at their targets. I just, like I said, basically kept moving as fast as possible, get a target, stuff it in my pouch, and keep going. I'll show you my finds at the end of the target, but I did a lot better than most people. I did not find any tokens, unfortunately, which is what the big prizes were. But I did find a lot of coins. I found over 20 coins, mostly silver. I did find a lot of nickels, which other people didn't find very many nickels. I think they had their discrimination set up to get rid of the nickels, and so they didn't recover the nickels, and I found a lot of nickels that people were missing as this hunt went on and on. There were a lot of people there that didn't hunt the dirt area because it's very hard, and I found quite a few targets in that dirt area. And I noticed that people were mostly hunting the grassy areas. I guess it's a little easier digging, so they hunted those areas more than they hunted these dirt areas, and that led to quite a few more targets to find. So when you're at a hunt and they have different areas that have dirt areas, you should hunt that. Like I said, my metal detector was set up very nicely. The XP Deus 2 WS6 Master mounted on the wristwatch is what I was using, and that's an excellent setup because you're not really paying any attention to the numbers. You are just trying to grab whatever goes beep and stuff it in your pouch and go. I didn't take a lot of time pinpointing, although sometimes during the end of the hunt when things were slowing down, I did take a little bit more time pinpointing, hoping that somebody missed a target that was masked by iron, something close by. So I was trying to weed through targets that other people had missed during the end of this hour-long hunt. And that's another tip. Don't waste time hunting for targets at the beginning. If it takes any longer than 15-20 seconds to find a target at the beginning of a hunt, just pass it up and then come back to it later at the end of the hunt when other people have slowed down. There was also something cool. There was the solar eclipse was happening right at the end of this hunt. So while they were calling out the tokens and stuff like that, I went and looked at the solar eclipse through glasses, and I took some pictures at the end of this hunt, and that was kind of cool. So the solar eclipse is only happens very seldom. It's only happened a few times in my lifetime, and these are the coins that I found during the hunt. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this short video with tips and tutorials on hunting the Central Texas Treasure Club hunt. Thanks for watching.